From pretty boys in Gucci to towel-draped revolutionaries, these men didn't just look good, they made truth look sexy. So tell us, who surprised you most? Who did we miss? Drop your favorite number in the comments. And if you live for scandal, style, and unapologetic visibility, smash that subscribe button. Because at Silent Fame, we don't out people, we spotlight them. 1. Pablo Alborán, the ballad that outed itself. He was Spain's voice of romance, handsome, haunted, and heartbreak perfect. Pablo Alborán didn't just sing love songs, he bled them, soft and masculine like silk pulled tight. Every lyric a secret, every concert a chapel. Latin pop crowned him the poet of desire, but that crown came with a muzzle. Flirt, never confess. Love, but never name him. Born in Malaga with a piano in his blood and cheekbones that knew their effect, Pablo became famous young and fast. Top chart albums, sold-out tours. Mothers adored him, sons admired him, but somewhere between verse and chorus, the truth caught up. He wasn't just a soundtrack to romance, he was hiding his own. For years, the speculation simmered. Fans whispered, journalists circled, management dodged. He was beautiful enough to be everyone's fantasy, but too careful to be anyone's truth. Until June 2020, no PR, no fireworks, just a quiet video shot on a phone where Pablo looked into the lens and said 8 words. I am gay and that's okay. That was the real love song, not performed, not polished, just lived. And the world didn't turn on him. It leaned in, but make no mistake, there was risk. In a macho-coded genre still drenched in old-school Catholicism, his truth could have shattered him. Instead, it softened the air. And his music, it changed. Freer, riskier, sexier. A man singing not from behind the curtain, but at the edge of the bed. Pablo didn't shout. He didn't tweet a rainbow. He just existed truthfully, and for once, the industry didn't flinch. Maybe they were too busy listening. So tell us, did you already suspect? Or did Pablo's truth catch you off guard? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you believe love sounds better when it's honest, hit subscribe. This story's just getting good. 2. Jonathan Bailey, the viscount who dared to kiss back. Let's get one thing straight. Bridgerton didn't make Jonathan Bailey sexy. It just gave the world permission to stare. He moved like a secret too well kept, brooding, aristocratic, simmering under starched collars and side-eye smirks. Audiences saw the fantasy, the rake with a wounded heart. What most missed was the irony. He was playing the role he was once told he couldn't have. Because Jonathan wasn't closeted, he was cautioned. Early in his career, someone warned him, don't be a liar, but don't be openly gay either. That's not advice. That's a muzzle disguised as mentorship. So Jonathan calculated. He stayed soft-spoken, sharp, careful. He took roles that bent toward longing but away from exposure until the silence got heavy. He never made a headline. No glossy magazine rollout. Just one day, he stopped dodging, started living. By the time Bridgerton crowned him its romantic lead, something radical had happened. An openly gay man was now the face of Netflix's sexiest straight storyline, and viewers didn't care. Or maybe deep down, they were craving it. Because Bailey doesn't play love safe. He plays it like a dare. Off-screen, he speaks gently but with a blade's edge, about mental health, queer visibility, and the lie that authenticity kills fantasy. Jonathan's kiss changed something, not just in the show, in culture. He didn't just steal scenes, he rewrote who's allowed to carry the fantasy. Tell us, can a gay man play the perfect straight lover? Or is that exactly the point? If you think desire isn't bound by labels, smash subscribe. The next scandal is already dressing for dinner. 3. Shawn Mendes, the fantasy press, forgot to fact-check. What happens when your smile becomes its own currency? When the world projects desire onto your body, but suspicion onto your silence? Welcome to the Shawn Mendes paradox. He was built in a lab for mass appeal. Dreamy jaw, soft eyes, guitar on shoulder, just enough edge to fluster a high school hallway. And then came the whispers. The why doesn't he date? The why does he talk like that? The what's really going on? Shawn never labeled himself, never owed us clarity. But he learned fast. When you're that good looking, curiosity turns hostile. Every friendship gets overanalyzed. Every pause in speech becomes a headline. A single compliment to Harry Styles? Twitter meltdown. A tight shirt? TikTok gaydar explodes. So he did what many heartthrobs before him did. He danced with ambiguity. Sweet to the gays, safe for the moms, soft enough to question but never confirm. PR gold. Authenticity minefield. But here's the real twist. Maybe Shawn's not hiding anything. Maybe we are. Our need to pin everyone down, name everything, own our fantasies. Maybe queerness doesn't look like a neon sign. Maybe it hums quietly under a Calvin Klein ad and a heartbreak ballad. And maybe, just maybe, that tension is what keeps the cameras clicking. What do you think? Queer-coded mystery or misunderstood straight icon? Sound off below. And if you live for the maybe, the might be, the he said what, then subscribe. You won't believe who's next. 4. Harry Styles, fashion's favorite riddle. Harry Styles doesn't walk into a room. He glides through it like velvet smoke, silk shirt half open, nail polish chipped, smile weaponized. He used to be the floppy-haired heartthrob from One Direction. Now, he's something else. A question dressed in Gucci. A wink too long. A man whose music whispers one thing while his styling screams another. For years, Harry has danced with and around the word gay. Dating women, kissing men on stage, wearing dresses on magazine covers, and saying things like, sexuality's fun. And maybe it is, but it's also a fire starter. Because for every fan who sees him as a symbol of fluid freedom, there's another who says, stop queerbaiting. Pick a side. The debate rages in comment sections, stan accounts, red carpets. Is he an ally? A tourist? Or something braver? A man refusing to be defined on demand? Here's what makes Harry dangerous. He doesn't clarify. He performs seduction, subversion, softness, and lets the world lose its mind trying to categorize him. He's not waving a flag. He's becoming one. And whether you see it as rebellion or branding, one thing's certain: nobody's ever looked this good being this unclear. Is Harry Styles the future of queer masculinity? Or just the latest fantasy in heels? Drop your take in the comments. And if you're addicted to the blurred lines and beautiful chaos, hit subscribe. We're just warming up. 5. Colton Haynes, when the closet had a red carpet. He was every CW casting director's wet dream. Football-jawed, blue-eyed, and built like a teen wolf in heat. Colton Haynes didn't audition. He entered frame like a fantasy. But what Hollywood forgot to mention is this: fantasies come with rules. One of them, if you're gay, you'd better act straight off screen. Or else, Colton's ascent was meteoric. Teen Wolf, Arrow, magazine spreads, shirtless billboards, the kind of career that looks perfect if you squint past the erasure. He was playing desire on screen while being told to shut it down everywhere else. His management begged him to stay closeted. Publicists staged fake relationships. At one point, he was told his queerness could kill the brand. So he smiled. He posed. And privately, he unraveled. Until 2016, when a fan's innocent Tumblr comment shattered the script. When did Colton come out? He hadn't, but the silence broke. Slowly, painfully, publicly. He revealed the pressure, the therapy, the breakdowns, not as a PR stunt, but as a cry for oxygen. And suddenly, the heartthrob was human, fragile, fierce, still beautiful, but now dangerous to the system that once tried to own him. Colton didn't just come out, he exposed the cost of pretending and made it clear no role, no paycheck, no studio handshake is worth your soul. What do you think? Would his career have survived if he came out earlier? Or was Hollywood never ready? Let's talk. Hit subscribe if you believe sex appeal should never come with a closet key. 6. Troye Sivan, the twink who turned the tables. Don't let the baby face fool you. Troye Sivan didn't come to play cute. He came to flip the script. He started as a YouTuber with a whisper voice and wide eyes. But underneath that softness, a pop provocateur sharpening his blade. By 20, he was already out. No announcement, no drama. He was just gay and that was that. But here's where it got messy. Troye didn't stay in the nice boy lane. He leaned into sex, into sweat, into music videos that made industry execs shift uncomfortably in their seats. Bloom wasn't a song, it was a scandal. Rush was a thirst trap dressed as an anthem. And the backlash came. Too provocative, too suggestive, too gay. Critics called it over the top. Labels got nervous, but fans? They screamed louder. Because finally, someone wasn't sanitizing queer desire for mass appeal. Troye was making it hot. He made pop music safe for the dirty thought, for the gaze held too long, for the fantasy that didn't apologize. And that made him dangerous, not just for homophobes, but for a system still uncomfortable with a femme man owning his erotic power. He's not just a twink anymore. He's a lightning rod, a lust icon, and he knows exactly what he's doing. So tell us, trailblazer or troublemaker? Is Troye pushing the line or rewriting it? Sound off! If you think pop should come with sweat and scandal, hit subscribe. Things are about to get wilder. 7. Luke Macfarlane, Hallmark's leading man with a locked drawer, you know the type. Cable knit sweater, golden retriever smile, snowflakes falling just right behind him. Luke Macfarlane built his career in the cozy glow of Hallmark movies. The kind where love is predictable, kisses are gentle, and nobody asks real questions. But off-screen? The story was thornier. Luke came out in 2008. No publicist-approved timeline, no boyfriend reveal, just honesty. And then, silence. Not from him, from Hollywood. Suddenly, the buzz cooled. The calls got vague. The leading man label became conditional. Because while Hallmark loved him as a straight heartthrob, the idea of their Christmas prince actually being gay? Risky. He didn't vanish. He worked. Quietly, reliably. But the roles got smaller, the storylines safer. A man who looked like he belonged in a Marvel film was now gift-wrapping mistletoe plots because the industry didn't trust audiences with the truth. It wasn't until Bros, a raunchy, unapologetically gay rom-com, that Luke finally got to be both. Hot and honest. And guess what? He nailed it. Funny, tender, sexy, the whole damn package. Luke never lost his appeal. The industry just couldn't handle it in its rawest form. Do you think a gay actor can carry a blockbuster? Or is Hollywood still playing scared? Let's argue in the comments. And if you're tired of closets dressed as casting rooms, smash that subscribe button. The tea's still steeping. 8. Tom Daley, gold medal, gay scandal, knit crown Olympic athletes aren't supposed to be soft. They're supposed to be steel, chiseled, stoic, unsentimental. Tom Daley ruined that fantasy and looked damn good doing it. He dove into our lives at 14 with the face of a schoolboy and the focus of a sniper. But while the world watched his flips and form, something darker swirled under the pool lights. Speculation. Was he too pretty? Too polite? Too theatrical? By 19, he was a household name. And then, in a casual YouTube video, he dropped the bomb. I'm dating a guy and I couldn't be happier? That guy? Oscar-winning screenwriter Dustin Lance Black? The internet lost its mind. Suddenly, Tom wasn't just Britain's golden boy. He was controversy. Sports anchors flinched. Headlines ran wild. Was this a distraction? Would it ruin endorsements? Could he still be a role model? The backlash was coded but vicious. Tom didn't backpedal. He backstroked, married his man, had a baby, crocheted gay pride jumpers, showed up shirtless, soft, and unapologetically joyful. He turned the Olympic podium into a queer runway, then knitted through the backlash. And still, he wins. Gold, hearts, comment wars. Tom Daley didn't come out. He carved out a space where sports and softness, family and ferocity could coexist. And it turns out, the world was ready. Tell us, is Tom the ultimate gay icon in sports, or has the media still not caught up? Argue it out below. And if you believe victory is hotter when it's honest, hit subscribe. This spotlight's not fading. 9. Murray Bartlett. Daddy came late, but came loud. For decades, he was a working actor with a face you kinda recognized. Then, HBO gave him a towel, a mustache, and a massage table, and Murray Bartlett became the internet's favorite daddy overnight. The White Lotus didn't just showcase his acting. It unleashed his body, his hunger, his rawness, and audiences gasped, not because he was gay, but because he was gay and not edited. No gloss, no safety net. Just rage, sex, and sadness in tight shorts. But this wasn't new for Murray. He'd come out long ago, proudly, quietly, and paid the price. Roles dried up, agencies shrugged. Hollywood didn't know what to do with a hot, mature, openly gay man who wasn't playing the punchline. So he waited, bartended, took crumbs. And when the right part came, he devoured it. Since then, Bartlett's become the kind of actor the industry pretends to champion, queer, complex, commanding. But he forces the conversation. Why did it take this long? Why did he have to break himself open on HBO before anyone paid attention? Murray didn't chase fame, he waited it out. And now, he plays men with mileage, wounds, heat. Not as a symbol, but as a mirror. Is Hollywood finally ready for older gay leads, or is Bartlett just an exception? Let's fight about it. And if you like your scandal slow burn and shirtless, subscribe now. We've got more where that came from. 10. Manu Ríos, Pretty Boy Confidential. He's too beautiful to be real. Cheekbones engineered in a lab, skin like bronze lit by scandal. Manu Ríos doesn't walk, he poses. He's Spain's digital Adonis, and elite made him a star. But what made him untouchable? The question he never answers, is Manu Ríos gay? Ask Twitter, ask TikTok, ask his Instagram, where every shirtless pic triggers a meltdown. Ask the thousands of thirsty comments begging for confirmation or denial. Manu gives you nothing. Just one perfect frame after another. He plays gay on screen like it's muscle memory. He embraces queer fashion, queer friends, queer-coded captions, but he refuses to label himself, and that's where the war starts. Some fans say he's queer-baiting, others say he's living free. Some say he's a mystery, others say it's marketing. He says nothing, and maybe that silence is strategy. Maybe Manu understands the game better than any of us. In an era where visibility is currency, ambiguity is the ultimate power play. Whatever the truth, here's what's undeniable. Manu Ríos makes people feel something. Desire, suspicion, admiration, rage. He holds the camera like a weapon, and somehow we always come back for more. So, what's your verdict? Real deal or digital tease? Drop your theory and your thirst in the comments. And if mystery turns you on, subscribe. This game never ends. They said beauty buys silence. But what if the most beautiful men in the world were hiding truths louder than any applause? From Olympic podiums to red carpets, some came out swinging, others whispered, and a few still won't say. But every single one of them left jaws on the floor. Tonight, we unwrap 10 handsome gay men, or are they, who shock the world just by existing. Brace yourself. Desire is about to get complicated.